so soon after Saturn goes direct, Pluto, which is the planet of death, rebirth, transformation, shadow, on the 3rd of October, also goes direct in Capricorn. And so, the fact that Pluto has been death and rebirthing, in my opinion, the Piscean Capricorn themes within yourself, at the same time that Saturn has been, bringing up the karma and the chaos and the order of it, you will really start to feel a forward motion in change. That kind of death and rebirth coming to life within you and within who you are. And that means be ready for change. And I had this amazing realization. Everybody I've spoken to, and sorry to those of you that are listening in the Southern Hemisphere, but over here in the Northern Hemisphere, everybody, and especially in England, everyone is like, the winter is coming. It is like Game of Thrones. Everyone's like, the winter is coming. I'm so scared of the winter. I could cope with lockdown and all of this in the summer and the spring, but the winter, I can't bear the thought of it in the winter. And the amazing realization that I had was, I was like, wait a minute, all the big planets have been retrograding in the summer. The shadow, the inner work, the inner healing, that has been happening in the summer, not in the winter. And I was like, to a degree, our bodies and our outer needs to honor the winter. Like, our bodies need more rest, and things like that. What if our inner is actually meant to honor the summer? What if that is the way to cope with the winter? What if the way we balance in the winter is to be the sun that we have been absorbing all summer? What if the winter is actually about our time to radiate and shine and be the sun? And it's not about going into more shadow, and it's not about going into all of that inner stuff, but actually it's about radiating what we've learned, what we've absorbed from the sun all summer, and living it. And maybe the inner world and the outer world do the opposite, so there is always balance. And actually, in terms of that beautiful realization, and because there is, it's so important that we stay high vibrational. My guides are offering this whole free thing during October, which is about embracing the summer, it's about embracing the winter and becoming the sun. And that's going to be free. It's going to be on the Starlight Temple page. You can join, you can click the link that I've just put up, and it will open in another tab. And it's like all different things on how to kind of learn to be the sun. And do that balancing, and it's going to come through as guidance, and it certainly feels like, at the moment I'm like, every year is so different, but this year that feels essential, and it feels like Saturn and Pluto are delivering us into that, and the moon in her amazing reflective magical portal of October is inviting us to come into that. And Pluto has Pluto has been bringing up the shadow of the shadows of Capricorn, which is like the misuse of authority, the misuse of power, the mistrust in power, and oh my God, we are seeing this on such a collective level, you know, and it's purging. And the other kind of piece of advice I really want to give you is, and this came through a one-to-one, but I just love it. I love it. It was a one-to-one where suddenly like the mushroom kingdom came in, and they were like, look, do not do what, you know, those bracelets, what would Jesus do? They were like, that's not right for this time. You should be asking, what would mushrooms do? And what mushrooms would do is stay in community, stay close to the energy of the earth, keep parts, keep close to the earth. She will protect you when everything else is collapsing, and come up in communities and go back down, and keep grounded and held by the earth as much as possible. In terms of when there's misuse of authority and power and things happening.